So let's talk about my comment section, because I got a lot of commentary on the last video I posted. Here's how we're going to proceed forward. If you say something stupid, just not on subject, just stupid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete your comment, and then if TikTok allows me, I'm either going to block the comment, or if I have to, I'll block you entirely. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I mean, I got a saying, I can't fix stupid. Stupid will have to fix itself. I can't fix the internet. The internet will have to fix itself. Right? You can see the parallel, right? So that's one thing. Okay. I'm not Charleston White. I'm not playing a character. He says he's playing a character. I'm not playing a character. Sometimes people tell you who they are. You should pay attention. They'll show you who they are. You should pay attention. I'm telling you who I am. I'm showing you who I am. And I'm giving you my mindset. So what's my mindset? Let me refresh your memory. Let me remind you. If you've seen this before, if you haven't. I don't do Jim Crow. I don't do lynching. I don't do legal lynching. I will not submit. I will not bend the knee. You will not incarcerate me. This is really a message for the GOP, right? Because there's people out here like me that exist, right? I'm a fairly confrontational individual. I can give you a couple of stories. I'll give you a couple of things, and then we're just gonna move on. So let me preface this by this, okay? So recently, what is this? August 9th, 2025. Recently, or a couple of days ago, I guess that's fairly recent. A couple of women in Virginia had a couple of problems out of some people. The car broke down. They got into an argument. A couple of people came out, hurled around some racial slurs. The women, they didn't feel safe, got into their car. The people chased them. That's how they described it. This is how it's being reported. Somebody pulled up next to him, pointed a gun at him in their car. A couple of people caught some misdemeanors. They crashed the car. They caught a couple of misdemeanors for that. That somebody produced a gun. Now, I don't know. They came out. One woman came outside with a gun, and I don't know if that's the same person that pointed a gun at him in the window. Okay, my name is Darren Long, DARIENLONG. You won't be able to do that to somebody like me, right? You produce a gun, I'll produce a gun. Not a problem. You can call the police, I won't call the police. What we need the police for? We can handle this right here, right now, on time and on schedule. But now, as far as chasing me, listen, I be out on the back roads of all kinds of states doing all kinds of things. If I got a sight line, it won't be you chasing me, it'll be you trying to keep up with me. But now just notice that if you pull aside me, if you point a gun at me through your window or my window, listen, the bullets are coming right away. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to shoot you. Now my cousin doesn't think I should put that out there. I'm going to shoot you. I promise you. Not promise like, dudes in the hood say, yeah, I promise you. No, I'm going to shoot you. I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Listen, I'm making this available to the public. What I say can, will, and be used against me in the court of law. I want you to know that I'm aware that the general public's listening and law enforcement may be listening. I will shoot you. I don't do Jim Crow. I don't do lynching. I don't do legal lynching. I will not submit. I will not bend the knee. You will never put me in prison. You will not incarcerate me. You'll have to put me in a pine box. I'm telling you who I am. I'm telling you where my mindset is at. So here's a quick thing. So some years back, has it been a decade? It could be about a decade by now, right? I think we were going through a construction zone. Somebody thought I was following too closely in the car. It was a Grand Marquis. I was driving a Grand Marquis at the time. We got to either a stop sign or a red light. I think it was a red light. So the person on the motorcycle turned around and they called me a nigger. Oh, okay. And so the light turned green. He went to work. I followed that individual to work. Now, I looked at my watch and I had to go to work because I was on my way to work, but I took note of where he worked. So I went to work, but I wasn't working full time that day. I was only working about like 5-6 hours. And so I got off and I came back to that job. I came back to his job. And I walked into the office hoping to see the secretary, but I didn't see his secretary. So some man came out and I told him what happened and that motorcycle was parked on the side of the building. What had happened was, that's real black, right? What had happened was, right? So I told him what transpired. And he said, well, you want me to call the police? Call the police for what? What are they going to do? See, now, I suspected that this was the individual riding the motorcycle. Because are you sure it's that motorcycle? Come on now. Come on. So this is what I told this individual. I said, if that happens again, I don't care if that person's at work, they're at the supermarket, they're at home with their wife and kids, they're at church, in front of the police. They call me a nigger again, we're going to handle that right then and there, on time and on schedule, in front of whoever's there. We're going to handle it. And then I left. You know, one time I had a state trooper call me a boy in my early 40s. They won't be able to do that without getting that pushback now. He didn't get no pushback then. I knew where I was in the world. And now my mentality is I don't care where I'm at in the world. You act accordingly, I'll act accordingly. You don't act accordingly, I will not act accordingly. And let's hope I decide not to change my life that day. Because I could decide to change my life that day. So, let's recap. I don't do Jim Crow. I don't do lynching. I don't do legal lynching. I will not submit. I will not bend the knee. You will not incarcerate me. And you will not hold me down. And listen, this is a message for the GOP. Because a lot of you people on TikTok aren't really paying attention to what's going on. And those people are dead ass serious. They're dead serious about the things that they're doing. Donald Trump is an enemy of the state. The conservative branch of the Supreme Court, enemy of the state. The GOP, in its current configuration and the things that they're doing, they're an enemy of the state, right? That's what they are. They profess to have these ideals. They profess to be for America, and they are not. They are not. And if you really take the time to pay attention, you will see that they are not. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for your time, and deuces.